Hi everyone, so this is going to be kind of a quick video. I was going to come in here to my craft room and then just kind of play around with these Griffin card layer cut and emboss folders, which we will do in just a moment. But I did receive a small order in from Spellbinders I had picked up the other day, and a couple other supplies from Amazon. So I'll just show them all in this video. So if I can, I'll link whatever is available in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. With Spellbinders and like the Amazon things, or they're definitely in the description box, where sometimes the HSN items I can populate with that little shopping bag, but those are two different places you can look for those. If you would like to use those and support the channel, I would appreciate it. So we'll get to the Griffin card layers in a moment. I did want to show you guys these. Oh my gosh, I'm like so tongue-tied right now. Because the other day I had shown you that I had picked up photo corners, because I think for my scrapbooks, I'm not going to glue my pictures in, I'm going to pop them in with photo corners. So I had picked up a variety of colors. Look, that one has a little pearl on there. But the white ones and the gold ones arrived separately, even though they're basically the same. They're all the same, like, company, I suppose, but they just took a little longer to get here. So they are self-adhesive, and then I have all those different colors, so I'll link those. I found on Amazon, and I was happy with the deal, so I grabbed those. Spellbinders items. Let's check this out. So when I pre-ordered my Scout, I also ordered just a few other items I needed at this time. I did pick up two of the best ever craft tape. I like this size. They have, I think, an inch or maybe bigger. I can't remember. The other one's a 1/4 inch. The 5/8 is my favorite size, just because it will hold a die really well, with the width of it. The other ones, you can use it for finer things. This one I prefer. So I have this one and I have the 1/4 inch. I don't have the big size, I don't think. So I picked up two of those because we need those. Oh, these little googly eyes, I think they were on sale and they were just so cute. I'm like, how cute would those be to add to like whatever cards? It's really meant for like the little monsters and stuff like that, but the little monster eyes, look how cute they are. Oh my gosh, I love them. I don't know if they have a white background and it's shiny or if they're clear. It looks like they have a white background, but I don't know. I don't think they used them here because of the dye. Well, we can look at this one, but I don't think they used them there either. This is just a little panda that I thought was so cute, the dancing birthday panda, and he is adorable, or she, and Miranda loves panda, so maybe I'll use that for her birthday card for Miranda Panda, as she is known by. That's my niece, one of my nieces especially calls her that. So anyway, and she loves panda, so there you go. Very cute. And then I picked up the little, oh, did I have my, no, okay. The little glasses that are super adorable. I mean, you can pop this on anything, and I like that they're sideways ones, like this little guy turned to the side, you can still put glasses on him and things like that, or at least one pair of sideways ones. Look how cute these are. These look like the ones I'm wearing right now. How cute. They had sold out and they came back in stock. At least on Spellbinders, sometimes you can find some of these collections like on Scrapbook or your local bookstore, local scrapbook, different sites that carry Spellbinders. So this one is like 1.5 inches, I would say. Just to give you some idea, they're all about that sizing is what it looks like. And then the depth, they're just about 1/2 inch deep. Super cute. Oh my goodness, I love having that. And then, what is this? Oh, yeah. So I picked this up only because I do show you guys the Better Press quite often. Sometimes I'll use alcohol just to clean them off, just in a pinch. And I figured, I should have this in my stash to show you guys so you can see how it works if it's something you want to pick up or you think it makes a difference than just using like alcohol. It's the Archival Ink Cleaner. So I grabbed one of those. And I'm assuming it has like a little foam top, a little foam head. Yep, it hasn't started yet, so I probably have to dab. And I do have the LGS Extreme Clean that they had sent. That this one, it's interesting because it's supposedly for everything, and really it's for the letterpress items too. But it basically talks about stamps on this one. I mean, this one doesn't really say anything about the letterpress or better press things either, because it's just an archival ink cleaner, right? It's not designed just for that, but it definitely helps you clean things up. So, those are two options. And the LGS Extreme Clean has been working really well for me, so I thought I would have another option to show you guys whenever I use the letterpress. And, basically any stamps, I suppose you can use it. I will say, I don't know that I use it on every stamp for every reason. Archival ink is just a little bit thicker, a little oilier kind of feel, so that's why you want this to help break it down. I don't know if you want to put that on everything if you haven't put that kind of ink onto it. Does that make sense? Anyway, something to think about. Okay, is that it? Oh my gosh, that was so fast. Okay, well, let's get right to these guys. I feel like there was something else I want to talk about. Well, thanks, for helping me destash. Like I said, it's going to be it for a little bit because we're going out of town and other things, but I hope to pick it up again, probably more into the summer, very beginning of summer. I just realized I have two Create, these guys, two crop at home 2s, and one is like this, the other one's in the paper, and I'm like, how did that end up happening? What happened is I think I bought one, and then the next year when I bought the whole box, it came with it again, so now I have two, and I did pay like the 45 or 60 bucks, whatever it was for this. I think it was 45. I think they wanted originally 60, and I was like, well, I'll grab it. So if you're watching this video and you're interested in a crop at home 2 printout, I can just email me. I'll put the email hopefully in the description box. It'll be one last thing to destash, just because I can send this off by itself in a flat rate envelope and, recoup a little of my monies, and then somebody will be happy to have those, I'm sure. So yeah, I just realized, I'm like, do I have 2 of these? Why do I still have 3 things? And yeah, I have 2 of those guys. So, card layer, cut and emboss folders. We're just going to run these guys through. So I'm going to use the Empress because I plugged it back in and she's ready to go here, but let's also try it maybe in the Platinum 6 just to try it out and see what kind of sandwich we need. So for the Empress, it's just the 2 plates, and these are my plates. They are old and tired, and maybe I should do it like this so they're more, see how one's more bowed into, which is kind of funny, right? Because they're the same ones I've been using, but there you go. So let's just start. I will grab a scrap of paper, and this one looks good. Oh, look, shimmery paper. So after this one, I'll grab some other paper. Let me turn this guy on. So funny, the other day I used my Cricut Joy, and the Joy does not turn off. I guess that's cool if you use it a lot because you just go and use your computer and it's already responding or listening to you. Listening to you, not that way, but you still have to come in here and open it, So as you can see, it's plugged in still from the other day, and the little light is on because it just stays on forever and ever. All right, why can't I open this? Oh, I will say, ooh, that's why. That's very interesting. I haven't really had one where the glue is extra like this. In the demo on HSN, Anna did mention the first time to do it to run it through with a piece of wax paper in case you have any extra glue. So obviously something happened that they know that there's gonna be extra glue. I, love to live dangerously, so I'm just gonna run this through. I don't really care about that. So the 2 plates, let's run it through and see what happens. And on the Empress, you do have to press run for it to work, and give it a little push so it'll encourage it. Not very loud, right? I don't know why I put the Empress away, to be honest. It's a good machine. I like it. But I just decided to go with crankers, cranky type machines, so there you go. All right, look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. This was just a pearlescent paper. It's not the heaviest weight of papers. The deboss side is also very pretty, to be honest. I love both sides. Gorgeous. So this piece that it cut, I mean, generally they're geared towards 5x7 type cards. So this is 6 1/4, I would say, by about 4 1/8. So it's probably 6 1/8 by 4 1/8. Oh, I have a little cut. These guys, I'll tell you, you're going to need a machine that can accommodate at least 5x7. So it's exactly 5x7, the plastic. So you're going to want to have a machine that can do that for you. Let's pop another scrap of paper in this one, and then I'll try using a different machine. Again, with whatever machine you have, these aren't very thick. It's kind of interesting because they're thinner, in my opinion, than a 3D folder. But some companies have, different ways of making their cut and emboss folders, so do whatever that company says for that. But let's see. Ooh, I still have some of this pretty pink paper. Ah, it just misses, doesn't it? Look at that. Not gonna work. I'll be right back. So I just grabbed some paper from my stash. Let's try one of these pretty papers. Does it really just miss that way? So I have to do it this way. What a waste. I would have loved for this to fit this way, but it's gonna cut off the very top of the very bottom, or one of the other, if not both. So let's just go this way and try to get it close to there. This is Anna Griffin matte metallic paper, so it's on the thicker side, right? I don't know if she ever puts on there if it's like 110 or pounds or 350 GSM, but it's about that. So let's pop that in. You see how messed up these plates are, and they work. It's okay. Let's go. And the last 2, I'll try running them through the Platinum 6, but again, if you have a Gemini or anything like that, just think about standard embossing folders, and then maybe you have to take a shim away, or maybe you have to add one, or whatever it is. I would start with the thinnest sandwich, so your machine doesn't struggle, and then see if you need to add more from there. But look at that. Again, thicker because the paper is thicker, but the back is so pretty too. Gorgeous. Okay, so we have these two guys. And if you, with something like this, I don't mind. So if I have pattern paper, something where I paid a lot of money for the paper, right? Or, yeah, I mean, I don't like covering things up, but if this is just papers and these were scraps of paper that if I layer up like this on a card, I don't mind that. Like maybe this popped up and this is the base, you know, obviously our card base. I don't mind covering it because it's just a piece of paper I ran through, even though I'm covering this beautiful design. No big deal. But generally I like to keep things on their own. Okay, let me put these plates aside and bring out bring up my little lilac shimmer. It's right here behind me. I'll be right back. I don't know why I paused. It's literally right behind me. So here we go. I've heard a lot of great feedback from you guys on this beautiful, beautiful tool. I mean, it is so pretty. Look at that. Just gorgeous. It does come with the universal plate system. So, you know, even if you have the old plates, if you have the other Platinum 6 or a larger machine, the regular Platinum, whatever machine you have, right? Even if you have a Cuttlebug, just try and figure out what the sandwich would be on the thinner side of using a standard embossing folder, and then see where you can go from there. So let me grab all of these guys. And so when you come over here, standard sandwich would be cutting plate, the paper, and then both platforms, right? So both platforms, this guy, and one cutting plate. So we'll take this one, and you know what, let's do this on that one. This beautiful purple. Again, heavyweight foil cardstock here. Just paying attention to about how much would fit in there. Cut the rest away. And I do keep that little rest because you never know when you need a little drop shadow piece or something like that. So that's why I like to keep it kind of close. Hopefully not messing that up. I do say there's some extra glue out here, but that's fine. It's on the outer edge. And then one of the plates. So for me, I still would use like the cutting plate. You can definitely use the plate that you don't cut into. If you guys watch my tutorial on this guy or my review, I try and keep one plate without being cut into at all. So I'm gonna use the one that was cut into, and I can feel that that was literally no pressure. That just went right through, super easy. I'm thinking we need to do something different. You can see there. Okay, so we can think about the 3D embossing folder. It takes the adapter plate and just this, and I don't, like I said, a thinner sandwich. I don't know if that's actually thinner. It should be, because 3D embossing folder is thicker, so that means you need less thickness to go through there. But what I'm trying to say is maybe it's a little bit thicker than having these two things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in between there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like I've done this for you guys in the past, and I don't really remember what the sandwich was that I decided on. So let's see. Let's do that. Let's do that one with the adapter. And if it's a no-go, then I'll use the shim, and hopefully that'll be thick enough to help me out. So just platform. Nope, see? There's nothing going on there. Nothing at all. So let's do this again. Let's take this guy out. I'm going to put platform back, A and B. I'm going to put that guy down. I'm going to place the shim. And I'm also going to place the cutting plate like before, but I added the shim. Now, I've told you guys in the past, if I had this, I would pick up extra shims, because sometimes adding 2 shims is better, or whatever, or 3 shims, you know. I still don't feel like that did a whole lot. You can see that. It's just not as deep as the other one, right? So, 2 shims. Let me grab another shim from my stash. I've purchased these, like, just several of them, because they can go in any machine, really. They're really helpful. So 2 shims. That should probably do it, and it might be like a little bit much, but that's good. Okay. That definitely did it. At least I felt some pressure, when before it was just kind of running through. And there you go. I think that's enough. I wouldn't do 3 shims. I feel like 3 is probably going to tear the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like really push in there. But there you go. That is a 2 shim job with the plate and then both platforms, right? I will compare this. Okay, here, this guy. See how this guy's bowed even? So it had a lot of pressure. So, you know, what do you think? I think this is obviously popping a little bit more, but this definitely did the job. right? And the paper's still nice and straight, where this one's kind of a little bit too much pressure, but you know, just what I want to show you. Okay, so let's try the next one, this guy. I'm gonna cut down this paper here, and I'll be right back. So this is just some kind of heavyweight paper. I feel like I would probably call it extra heavyweight. It's a good amount. So I have that. We still have both of these guys. Again, this is for the universal plate system. If you don't have the universal plate system, I would just do the regular system, like if you have the regular plates for this, the regular way and the regular plates that you would do a standard embossing folder, which would be the platform, and then this guy, and then one of the cutting plates. You're gonna have to add some shims. So it's gonna be the same thing, but you're just gonna add shims just like I'm doing right now for this one anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this through with the 2 shims and the top plate, or the cutting plate, and I think that should do it. Like I said, it's been a while since I ran one of these through this, and so I had to remember myself what it was I was doing. Sounds great, huh? It's because it's very straight, so it's like... And I didn't even try to look at this to see if I'm going to redo it. Like, that is it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, my lighting. Pretty, very pretty. Okay, let's compare them all, and I'll be right back. I was going to clean up in the meantime. I probably did, but I didn't. So there we go. All right, there we have that, these 2, and then these 2. So, different weights of paper, slightly different, you know, sandwiches if we want to. Like this one, okay, we first ran that through the Empress, just the way it is with the 2 plates. And this paper is thinner paper than this one, and you can see it came out perfectly straight, flat, fine. I don't care if my paper curls, because by the time you glue it down, it'll be fine. Just put some weight on it like I normally do. With having said that, sometimes when it gets really kind of wavy, it's hard to get those wavy, you know, that pressure that came through to actually get it out of your paper. It's nearly impossible. So I would just run it again with less pressure, or with that paper doesn't work, right, for this. Like if you're doing the Empress, obviously it has the 2 plates. There really is nothing else you can do. Maybe replacing one of the plates with like one of those self-healing mats from the Dollar Tree. That might work because it's a little bit thinner, right, than the plate. I don't know. But this one came out perfectly. This one, a little bit much pressure with the foil paper, but I mean, it still looks great. Like I said, once I glue it down, it'll be flat, no worries. And then these 2 are from the Platinum 6, and I mean, it is lovely. There is texture. It looks really nice. If you want it deeper like this one, then do 3 shims. I don't know if that would be my favorite thing. Another thing you can think about doing is using the rubber embossing mat instead of maybe the Platform B. Like take Platform B out and still do the same sandwich, but use the rubber embossing mat because it's a little bit thick, and the pressure will kind of dissipate as you're going through. That's why I like those kinds of machines, to be honest. I like machines that have plates like that, because you can really mess around with the sandwich, right? Same thing with the Gemini. You can really fine-tune it to what you want, and, you know, that works. But anyway, it still looks really lovely and cut really nicely. And then this one, again, this is just heavyweight paper. I want to say it's from, like, Hobby Lobby, and it feels like 350 GSM to me. So just a thicker paper. I ran it through once and that looks great, but we had already fine-tuned basically the sandwich, right? So there you go. And that's the back of it. And if you have any trouble with any of these papers, or just when you're embossing or cut embossing, you can either spritz your paper with a little bit of water. Like if it's a coated paper like this, it might not be the easiest thing, but sometimes, you know, on the back of this one, it's not coated. I would spritz a little bit of water, put it in, get it going. With just regular cardstock, that works really well because it's porous and it'll just take it in. So just a little bit of water. We're not coating it like dipping in water, just a little spritz of water, and then run it through, and you should have a really good go with that. These are all very lovely, very pretty. Oh my goodness. I feel like some layer over each other better. Like I like the way this one layered with that one. That looks really pretty. But anyway, oh, that too. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, if anybody's interested in that crop at home too, just give me an email and I will invoice you, or I'll, you know, what I'm thinking as far as the pricing with the shipping and everything. And, you know, if it works, great. If you rather not, then that's fine too. No offense. I just, you know, I'll just have that info there. And again, first come, first serve on that, as everything else. And anything else that might still be available, I will link. I know these are available. They are not at the pricing that they were during Craft Day, so they're not inexpensive. They weren't inexpensive at the special pricing, and they're especially not inexpensive now that that's gone. But, you know, everyone makes their choices the way they make their choices. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.